Good morning, everybody. It's your boy D Max. So let's talk about it. Well, you see the title. The central bank is making their own digital currency. Yeah, their own cryptocurrency so that they can get some control over all of this money that's moving through this system because they have absolutely no control over it, and that's been the biggest appeal of cryptocurrency with most people, is that it's not governed by the government, it's not controlled by the government, so they can't tax your money and all of that stuff. Well, there's been a whole lot of reports ever since cryptocurrency hit the scene, and people have been warning, watch out, because the central bank, the Federal Reserve, is going to find a way to get in on the cryptocurrency rush. And they have done it because central banks are now setting up their own digital currency that is governed and controlled by them. So if you buy into their cryptocurrency, then that means the government is going to have almost total control over your money, even more so than they do in the regular banks that we have now. So you look at how they use our money in the regular banks. They will take our money that's sitting there, however much you have in there, and they'll use it for other business ventures that makes them money. And, then they'll just leave your money sitting there, but they're basically making money off of your and everybody else's money that is placed in their banking system. And so now that people have gone to cryptocurrency and they keep it in their digital wallets or whatever, and go and look that up if you don't know what a digital wallet is. But now that people are keeping money in other places, they're not keeping anything in the bank, and the bank is not able to borrow off of as much money as they used to because they do not have it in their reserves, because now it's sitting in crypto accounts. And so they have no way of controlling cryptocurrency. So they're going to create their own. And here now you have the central bank cryptocurrency, or digital currency as they like to call it. And what they're going to do is the same thing that they did with regular currency. They're going to loan out all of this money, and they're going to gain a big return on it, a very big return on it. This is what they do. What central banks or Federal Reserves do, they will establish their bank in your country or your nation or whatever, and they will begin to loan your country money. They will begin to loan your government money, and they will utilize these funds for whatever, because we don't see it being utilized towards infrastructure or anything like that. So we know that it's not being used for the right things. We have so many government officials that have went to jail over the past, 6 years, because they've misappropriated funds. You have so many of them that are in trouble right now for misappropriating funds, and one in particular being Donald Trump. He's in trouble for so many misappropriation of funds cases, it don't make any sense. And he's not the only one. He's just the most high profile, being that he was the commander in chief at one point. And so as we look into this whole crypto deal, we understand what is happening right here. And this is the whole one world currency that I spoke about before. I've had this conversation many times before, talking about how they are trying to find one common monetary thing for all of us to fall up under. One one currency that is recognized by the whole entire world. You can travel anywhere and use it. You can do this and that with it. It's just like the American Express card used to be. Don't leave home without it, because you can use it anywhere around the world. This is the idea that they're trying to set up with the digital currency that they're about to unveil to the people. So what is the purpose? Well, it's to take away from the cryptocurrency that is going around now because, like I stated before, they don't have any control over that. The decentralized currency is what made it so appealing, meaning that the government can't go in and say, oh, well, you owe on this, so we're going to take it out of your crypto account, or you owe us this and we're going to take. No, they can't do any of those things. That money is protected and they don't have the system or the I don't know, the ingenuity or the technology to go in and be able to mess with your money in that crypto market. And so, what are they going to do? They're going to create something that seems to be better. They're going to bolster it up and make it seem like it's better than the regular cryptocurrency. And they're going to try to get people to come in and, switch over basically. And once people switch over to this centralized currency, man, it's gonna be hell because now they're gonna have control of your entire finances. And if there's anything that we know about our government, they are quick to snatch some money from you, but they are so slow to pay you when you're supposed to be paid by them. When they owe you, man, that's like the dude that you loan $20. You know it's gonna be a while before you get it back, if you get it back at all. That's how the government does. But let best believe if you owe them anything, they're gonna badger you and they're gonna be calling you, probably even pull up and knock on your door to try to get whatever they need to get out of you. And so I want you to be careful with this cryptocurrency because many people are going into it. Many people are making money, but always remember this money is fiat money. That means that it's not backed by anything. The only thing that it is backed by is the strength of your government. So as your government begins to fall and your government begins to fail in different areas, then that means the value of your currency is going to go down. That's any currency though, but particularly this digital currency because this fiat money is not based on anything of true value, nothing that is tangible like what used to be. It used to be fossil fuels backed our money, gold and silver backed our money, but now we don't have that convenience anymore. And so we're going to have to understand how this cryptocurrency is working because it seems that this is where the world is pushing us towards our as far as our money system or our global money market or any of that stuff like that. I'm not really big into the money market. I don't get into that stuff because it's like gambling to me. That's all. That's basically what it is. I'm going to put money in hoping that I'm going to make more money, and I have the potential to make a lot of money if I make the right choices. But again, if I make the wrong choices, then my money is going to go down the drain. And it's basically like gambling. It's a 50-50 bet, pretty much. And so I don't like to gamble, so I don't put myself in those positions with my money. My yeah, that's just not for me. That's for others. I salute to you if that's what you want to do and you see that as being your way of making money, then go right ahead. More power to you. But just beware, man. Just beware of what the government is doing, how they're trying to make a carbon copy of the cryptocurrency because they see the power that it gives to the consumer now. And they're losing out a whole lot by this cryptocurrency um, blowing up like it has. It's destroyed a whole lot of the consumer market, and they're trying to readjust so that they can make back money that they lost in their projected gains. Because every year businesses do like a projection of what they're going to make that quarter or what they're going to make for that year annually. And either they come out on the plus side or they come out on the negative side or they split even. And more often than not, at this current moment, they're coming in the negative. And so there's going to be some moves in the digital currency world that you need to pay close attention to, because you may see some a drop in some of your stocks. You have countries like China who are pretty much creating their own currency. We had a story back a while ago where China and Russia, and I believe it was Iran as well, they were making a deal to create their own digital currency so that they could get ahead of the curve of everybody else in this cryptocurrency game. And that will also give them power to do other things without having other people being able to sanction them or being able to control this money. And so they will move a lot of their assets into that crypto world so that other countries will not be able to put a freeze on their money. So like right now with Russia, they're attacking the oligarchs of Russia, which are the very rich people who hold up that economy. Basically, they're attacking their finances. And this is a big way that we are influencing the war in Russia and Ukraine. But if they were to have all of their assets in crypto, as some countries are already starting to do, then that would be a total different story. We would not be able to touch their finances and affect them through sanctions like we're able to do right now. So that's one of the big reasons why cryptocurrency and this digital, decentralized bank digital currency are going to just blow up here soon, and it seemed like it's going to be the greatest thing to do. It's common sense to just put your money in there and let it grow, but you got to think about it. At what cost are you going to gain this money? How much power are you willing to give over to get a few coins out of the crypto world? Because that's all you're getting is coins off of your dollar still. Somebody's making a whole lot of money off of your investing, and everybody else is investing. It's just like that pyramid scheme. There's people at the top who are going to make all of the money, and you'll get a little cut. You'll get a fraction of what's really being hauled in. And so, if that's the route you want to go, then hey, more power to you. I'm just saying, be careful, because you may find yourself in a position where the government controls all of your finances, thereby controlling you. They're always gonna have that carrot to dangle over your head and entice you into certain things, and they're always gonna have those consequences. Hey, if you don't act right, then we're gonna do this with your digital currency, or we can do that with your digital currency. Once they get control of your finances, it's all over with, because where a man's treasure is, there also lies his heart. And so if they take your treasure, they're going to take your heart along with it. And you're going to do whatever to get back in good graces or to get back in line. This is just something that I'm seeing, man. It's something that I'm seeing. I wanted to come on this morning and do a show. There's a whole lot of stuff going on right now in the world, but there's not much worth talking about. That's why I haven't really been putting out videos like that. And I know people have been putting out content, and they've been talking about Kanye, and they've been talking about um, the war in Ukraine or whatever else. But I don't find any of this stuff worth talking about. It's the same old stuff. There's nothing new under the sun, moon, and stars, and there's nothing that really piques my interest. That's one thing about me. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of a story just because it's the hot thing in Hollywood. That's not my view. I care less about what's hot and what's going on in Hollywood. I'm looking for those stories that people are not really talking about. I'm looking for these things that don't get a light shine on them like they should. It's basically like being put on the last page of the digital newspaper. I want those stories. I want those stories that really should be in the forefront, but they get buried in the back, just so nobody will really pay any attention to it because it doesn't have any highlight put on it. Those are the stories that I like to go after. And so while there's a lot that I could talk about, I choose not to because pretty much everybody's already said everything about it that needs to be said. And to me, these things really don't matter in the scope of the world and what's really going on. Uh, Kanye and Kim and Pete Davidson don't matter to me at all. Um, any of that stuff like that don't matter to me at all. So I'll leave the others to speak about it and to speculate about other people's lives like that. That's just not where my mind is at right now. So I'm not going to do that. But I just wanted to come on and give everybody this cautionary tale about cryptocurrency because I do find that is important, something significant that is going to shape and mold the future of not only our nation, but the rest of the world. And so this is something worthy of talking about in hopes to get people to go and study more about cryptocurrency and see about this central bank decentralized currency that is about to hit the market. And the way Edward Snowden described it, he said it's just like the big money magnet that Scrooge McDuck had. This is the problem with it. Whenever he sees his finances going down and he feels he needs more money, he's going to hit that big magnet and it's going to suck all of the money out of your pockets in your community and give it right to him. That was the analogy that was given for it, and that's scary to think about. If the bank decides that they don't have enough, or the country decides that they need more money, they'll be able to go in and they'll be able to use your money, same as the regular banks do, but now they'll be able to do it on the crypto side as well. This is scary for a whole lot of reasons. And we need to go and do the research and find out what those reasons are because I don't have all the answers. A lot of times when I find a story like this, I'll just get a broad overview and then I'll just give my own opinion on it and give my own thoughts about it. So I'm not an expert when it comes to cryptocurrency by far. I'm a novice at best when it comes to knowing about it. But I do know this: anytime the government takes interest in something and they start to make a plan to utilize it, they are not going to utilize it for the betterment of us as the people. They're going to use it as a way to make more money in this capitalist society, and that's exactly what's taking place. They figured out how to get into the crypto game, and now they're about to regain some of that control that they lost by cryptocurrency being decentralized. So just check in on it, man, and hit me back and let me know what you found out because I want to know more about what's going on with crypto myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and end on this note. I hope I gave you something to think about today. Go out and be prosperous today and bless somebody's life. This is your boy D Mac. Y'all know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.